Let us seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad blossoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men bestride our downfall. Burst them each new morn, new windows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face, that it resounds as it felt with Scotland and yelled out like syllable of the Lord.
What I believe, I'll wail, what no believe, and what I can redress, as I find the time to friend I will. What you have spoke, it may be so perchance. This tyrant whose sole name blisters our tongues was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet, I am young, but something you may deserve of him through me and wisdom, to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry God.
I am not treacherous,
but MAcbeth is a good and virtuous nature. May recoil in an imperial charge, but I shall crave your pardon. That which you are my thoughts cannot repose. Angels are bright still, though the brightest fell. Through all time, all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet grace must still look so.
I have lost my hopes.
Perchance even there where I did find my doubts. Why in the rawness left you wife and child, those precious motives, that strong knots of love, without leave taking, I pray you. Let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but my own safeties. You may be rightly just, whatever I shall think.
Flee, flee, poor country. Very tyranny lay thou thy basest shrew. For goodness dare not check thee, where thou thy wrongs, the titles of free. Fare thee well, Lord. I would not be the villain that thou thinkst, for the whole space that's in the tyrant's grasp and the rich east to blood.
Be not offended, I speak not as in absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke, it weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. I think withal there would be hands uplifted in my right, and here from gracious England have I offer of goodly thousands. But for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear it on my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than had before, more suffer in more sundry ways than ever. By him I shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself, I mean, in whom I know all the particular of vice so grafted, that when it shall be open, black MAcbeth will seem as pure as snow, and the poor state esteem him as lamb, being compared with my coffinless harms.
Not in the legions of horde he'll come, a devil more damned in the evils to Tom MAcbeth.
I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking of every sin, that has a name, but there's no bottom, none. In my voluptuousness, your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not fill up the cistern of my lust, and my desire, all continent impediments would bear, that did oppose my will better MAcbeth than such 2-1 reign.
Violence and temperance. In nature's a tyranny, it hath been the untimely emptying of the happy throne and fall of many kings. But fear not yet to take upon what is yours. Convey your pleasures in a spacious plenty, and yet may seem cold the time you may so hoodwink. We will have willing dames enough, there cannot be, that vulture you and to devour so many as would to greatness dedicate, finding it so inclined.
With this there grows in my most ill-composed affection such a stanchless avarice, that were I king, I should cut off the nobles for their lands, desire his jewels and this other's houses, and my more having would be as a sauce to make me hunger more, that I should forge quarrels unjust against the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth.
This avarice digs deeper, growth with more pernicious root than summer seeming lust, and it hath been the sword of our slain kings. Yet do not fear, Scotland has poisons to fill up your will, with your mere own, all of these are portable, with other grace weighed.
But I have none, the king becoming graces, as justice, verity, temperance, stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, lowliness, Devotion, patience, courage, fortitude, I have no relish of them, but abound in the division of several crime, acting in many ways. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, confound all unity on earth.
O Scotland, Scotland!
If such one be fit to govern, speak, I am, as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not to live. O nation miserable with an untitled tyrant, bloody sceptred, when shalt thou see thy wholesome days again, since that truest issue of thy throne, by his own interdiction, stands accursed, and does blasphemy his breed? Thy royal father was most sainted king. The queen that bore thee often upon her knees, then on her feet, that every day she lived, fare thee well. These evils thou repeatest. Upon thyself have banished me from Scotland. O my breast, thy hope ends here.
MAcbeth, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts to thy God, truth and honor. Devilish MAcbeth, by many of these trains, hath sought to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from over credulous haste. But God above, deal between thee and me, for even now I put myself to thy direction, and unspeak mine own detraction here abjure. The taints and blames I laid upon myself, for strangers to my nature, I am yet unknown to woman, never was forsworn, scarcely have coveted what was my own. At no time broke my faith, would not betray the devil to his fellow, and delight no less in truth than life. My first false speaking was it upon myself what I am truly, is thine and my poor country's to command. Whither indeed, before thy here approach, old Seward, with 10,000 warlike men, already at a point was setting forth, now will together, and the chance of goodness, be like our warranted quarrel. Why are you so silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once, 'tis hard to reconcile.
Well, more anon comes the king forth, I pray you.
Aye, sir, there are a crew of wretched souls that stay his cure. Their malady convinces the great assay of art, but at his touch such sanctity hath heaven given his hand, they presently amend.
I thank you, doctor.
What's the disease he means?
'Tis called the evil, the most miraculous work in this good king, which often since my remain in England I have seen him do. How he salutes heaven, himself best knows, but strangely visited people, all swollen and Ursulus, pitiful to the eye, the mere despair of surgery he cures, hanging a golden stamp about their necks, put on with holy prayers, and 'tis spoken, to the succeeding royalty he leaves, the healing benediction. With this strange virtue he hath a heavenly gift of prophecy, and sundry blessing hang about his throne, that speak him fully of grace.
See, who comes here?
My countrymen, but yet I know him not.
My ever-gentle cousin, welcome hither.
I know him now, good God, betimes remove the means that make us strangers.
Sir, amen.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself, it cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where nothing but who knows nothing is one seen to smile, where sighs and groans and shrieks that rend the air are made, not marked, where violent sorrow seems, of modern ecstasy, dead man's now. Is this scarce asked for who and good men's lives? Expire before the flowers in their caps, dying, or are they sickening?
Oh, relation, too nice, and yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
That of our hour's age doth is the speaker. Each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why, well.
And all my children?
Well, too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace.
No, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
But not at a niggard of your speech, a ghost.
When I came hither to transport the tithings, which I have heavily borne, there ran a rumor of many worthy fellows that were out, which was to my belief witnessed the rather, but I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now this time of help, your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight to doff their dire mistresses.
But their comfort we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good Seward and 10,000 men, an older and a better soldier none, that Christendom gives out.
Would I could answer this comfort with the like, but I have words that would be howled out in the desert air, where hearing should not latch them.
What concern they? The general cause, or is just a feeble grief, due to some in a single breast?
No, mine, that's honest. But in shares some woe, though the main part pertains to you alone.
If it be my time, keep it not from me. Quickly let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever they yet have heard.
I guess at it.
Your castle is surprised, your wife and babes, savagely slaughtered to relate the manner, were on the quarry of these murdered deer, to add the death of you.
Merciful heaven, what man, ne'er pull your hat upon your brows, gives sorrow words, the grief that does not speak, whispers the o'er-fraught heart and bids its break.
My children too?
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence. My wife killed too.
I have said.
Be comforted, make us medicines of our great revenge, to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children, all my pretty ones. Did you say all? Oh, hell kite all? What all my pretty chickens, and they're damned at one fell swoop?
Dispute it like a man.
I shall do so, but I must also feel it as a man. I cannot be remembered. Things were that we were most precious to me. Did heaven look on, and what not to take part? Sinful MAcbeth. They were all struck for thee, not that I am. Not for their own demerits, but for mine. Fell slaughter on their souls, heaven rest down.
Be this the whetstone of your sword, let grief convert to anger, blunt not the heart, and rage it.
Oh, I could play the woman with mine eyes and braggart with my tongue, but gentle heavens cut short all intermission front to front. Bring through this fiend of Scotland and myself, within sword's length set him, if he scape. Heaven forgive him too.
This tune goes manly. Come, go, we to the king. Our power is ready, our lack is nothing but our leave. MAcbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long that never finds the day.
Modern warfare for the modern man, symbols on the sonogram. And now the journey begun. Tell me how you stay true, will move armies with the tip of your tongue. We bringing heaven to earth, so this the turf that we gon' battle on. Watching Babylon to Babylon while we be riding back to Camelot.